Dobry večer. Today we're diving into a topic that sounds like it was pulled straight from a science fiction novel, or maybe from a very, very old manuscript. Is our world, our cozy little planet, actually encased under a giant, impenetrable dome? Could it be that the sun, the moon, and all those twinkling stars are just a fancy light show projected onto a massive ceiling above our heads? This intriguing, and let's be honest, slightly theatrical idea has captivated imaginations and sparked heated debates across the internet. It suggests that everything we think we know about space, the vast, endless cosmos, is a grand illusion, a meticulously crafted lie. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? As if we're all living inside a cosmic snow globe. The core of this theory is simple yet audacious. Earth is not a sphere spinning in space, but a flat stationary disk covered by a solid firmament. This dome, according to proponents, is the ultimate barrier, preventing us from ever reaching what lies beyond. All the celestial bodies we observe are not distant suns or planets, but are located within this structure, moving in predictable patterns above us. This completely rewrites the rules of astronomy, physics, and everything we've learned since kindergarten. It's a bold claim that challenges centuries of scientific discovery, suggesting a reality far different and far more contained than the one we currently accept. It's the kind of idea that makes you look up at the sky and wonder, what if? This concept isn't entirely new. It echoes ancient cosmologies where the sky was seen as a solid vault. However, its modern resurgence is a phenomenon of the digital age. Fueled by social media and video sharing platforms, the dome theory has found a new, global audience. People share elaborate videos, citing supposed evidence and pointing out anomalies in official space footage. They argue that governments and space agencies are part of a colossal conspiracy to hide the truth of our enclosed existence. The theory provides a simple, albeit dramatic, explanation for the complex universe, transforming it into a knowable, finite space, which can be a strangely comforting thought for some. But why would such a theory gain traction in an age of unprecedented scientific advancement? Perhaps it speaks to a deep-seated distrust of authority and established institutions. In a world where information is overwhelming and often contradictory, the idea of a single hidden truth can be very appealing. It offers a sense of belonging to a community of truth seekers who have uncovered a secret that the rest of the world is blind to. The narrative is compelling, a small group of enlightened individuals against a powerful global cabal. It's a classic underdog story, but this time, the stage is the entire planet, and the ceiling is, well, the dome. So, where did this elaborate idea of a terrestrial terrarium come from? The modern dome theory is inextricably linked to the flat Earth model, and its roots stretch back to the 19th century. Its main architect was an English writer and inventor named Samuel Rowbotham. Under the pseudonym Parallax, he published a pamphlet and later a book called Zetetic Astronomy, Earth Not a Globe. He argued, based on his interpretations of certain experiments, that the Earth was a flat disk. This idea was later adopted and popularized by various groups, including a religious movement founded by John Alexander Dowie in 1895, which saw this cosmology as aligning with a literal interpretation of biblical texts. Fast forward to the 21st century, and the internet became the perfect petri dish for these old ideas to not just survive, but to mutate and thrive. Starting around the 2010s, the flat Earth and dome theory experienced a remarkable comeback. Online forums, YouTube channels, and social media groups became echo chambers where these beliefs were reinforced and spread. The accessibility of information and misinformation allowed these theories to reach corners of the globe they never could have in Rowbotham's time. The narrative was polished, with modern graphics and slick videos, all designed to cast doubt on conventional science and promote the idea of a massive cover-up. Proponents of this theory have constructed an entire alternative cosmology. In their view, the Earth is a circular plane with the North Pole at its center. What we call Antarctica is not a continent, but a massive ice wall, hundreds of feet high, that encircles the entire disk, holding in the oceans. This ice wall, they claim, is what prevents us from falling off the edge. The dome, a transparent or semi-transparent barrier, rests upon this wall, sealing our world. Above us, the sun and moon are not massive celestial bodies millions of miles away, but small, localized sources of light, perhaps only a few thousand miles above the Earth. rotating like spotlights to create day and night. This worldview requires an accompanying conspiracy of truly epic proportions. To maintain this lie, every government, every scientist, every astronaut, and every airline pilot in the world must be in on the secret. Every photo of Earth from space must be a CGI fabrication. Every satellite launch, a theatrical performance. Every GPS signal bounced off something other than a satellite. The scale of the proposed deception is staggering, involving millions of people and trillions of dollars, all dedicated to hiding the truth of our flat, domed home from the general populace. It's a conspiracy theory that, in its scope, is as grand as the dome it imagines. Now, let's bring in the voice of reason. How does the dome theory stand up to scientific scrutiny? To put it mildly, it doesn't. The scientific community unequivocally refutes the existence of a dome and the flat Earth model it covers. This isn't a matter of opinion or debate among scientists. It's a matter of overwhelming, verifiable evidence accumulated over centuries. From basic physics to modern astronautics, every branch of science provides data that directly contradicts the idea of an enclosed Earth. For instance, the very real phenomenon of meteor showers, where space debris burns up in our atmosphere, is a simple and direct proof that there is no solid barrier above us. These rocks from space have to come from somewhere after all. Let's look at some simple observable facts. The way a ship disappears over the horizon, hull first, then the mast, is a classic proof of Earth's curvature that you can see for yourself. During a lunar eclipse, the shadow that Earth casts on the moon is always round, regardless of Earth's orientation, which is only possible if the Earth is a sphere. Even the ancient Greeks, like Eratosthenes, were able to calculate the Earth's circumference with surprising accuracy using simple geometry and the shadows cast by the sun in different locations. These are not complex experiments, they are foundational observations that are incompatible with a flat, domed world. Then, there is the mountain of evidence from the space age. Since the launch of Sputnik in 1957, we have sent thousands of satellites, probes, and people into space. We have a global positioning system, or GPS, that relies on a network of dozens of satellites orbiting the Earth to tell you where the nearest coffee shop is. Space probes like Voyager 1 and 2 have traveled beyond our solar system, sending back data from interstellar space, a journey that would be impossible if they were trapped under a dome. The International Space Station orbits our spherical planet 16 times a day, and astronauts aboard provide a continuous stream of live video and photographs of our round Earth from above. Furthermore, the nature of the stars and the sun themselves debunks the light show theory. Using instruments like spectrographs, astronomers can analyze the light from distant stars and determine their chemical composition, temperature, and mass. We know they are gigantic spheres of burning gas, just like our sun, located trillions upon trillions of miles away. Their apparent movement across our sky is a direct result of Earth's rotation on its axis and its orbit around the sun. To dismiss all of this, all of physics, astronomy, and direct observation, in favor of a dome requires ignoring a mountain of evidence in favor of a narrative without a single verifiable fact to support it. Despite being scientifically baseless, the idea of living under a dome has proven to be a powerful and enduring concept, especially in popular culture. It's a fantastic narrative device, a perfect metaphor for isolation, control, and the search for truth. Perhaps the most famous example is the Stephen King novel Under the Dome, where an entire town is suddenly and inexplicably trapped under a transparent barrier. The story explores how society breaks down when it's cut off from the outside world. A chilling look at human nature under pressure. This theme of a contained society is a recurring trope in literature and film, from The Truman Show to The Hunger Games. The world of video games has also embraced the dome with open arms. It's a brilliant way to define a game's world and create a unique setting. For example, in the upcoming game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which as of this writing in November 2025, is a hot topic, the story is set in a world shrouded by a mysterious, paint-like dome. This dome isn't just a physical barrier, it's a central plot element, a source of fear and mystery that drives the character's quest. In games, a dome can serve as a magical prison, a technological shield against a post-apocalyptic wasteland, or a symbol of a gilded cage, creating a sense of claustrophobia and a powerful motivation for the player to discover what lies beyond. The contrast between the dome in fiction and the dome in conspiracy theories is fascinating. In fiction, the dome is a premise, a what-if scenario that allows us to explore complex themes. We, the audience, are in on the secret. We know it's a story. For conspiracy theorists, however, the dome is presented as a hidden reality. All the evidence we have to the contrary, like the thousands of publicly available photographs and videos from NASA, ESA, and Roscosmos archives showing a spherical Earth from the blackness of space, is dismissed as part of the elaborate hoax. These images, from the iconic blue marble photo to the latest pictures from the James Webb Space Telescope, are the most direct proof we have of our place in the cosmos. In the end, the theory of a dome over the Earth tells us less about the planet and more about ourselves. It reflects a human desire for mystery, a suspicion of a world that can feel overwhelmingly complex, and the appeal of a simple, all-encompassing explanation. While science and direct observation confirm we live on a beautiful blue sphere hurtling through the magnificent emptiness of space, the dome will likely live on in our stories. It serves as a powerful symbol in our culture, a fictional ceiling that challenges heroes to break free and discover the true, boundless nature of their world. A journey that thankfully science has already made for us in reality.